I know the club close at 3. What's the chances of you rolling with me? Okay, we're good.
Cool beans, let's get it, baby.
Fight.
This was easily my worst birthday ever. Like, the worst. Y'all won't even believe it. I don't even believe it. I don't even know where to start. I have my computer right here just to kind of jog my memory a little. Wait, I got a wedgie. To start, so this was my last birthday. So I was turning 19, right? Basically, in my mind, I was just kind of like, oh, I'm about to be 19. This is my last year being a teenager. Like, I want to go out with a bang. Like, I want to do it up. I want to, like, you know, not on some like 21st birthday type, but like, this is my last year being a teenager. So let me just, you know, do something fun. I want to do something fun. So I knew I wanted to go to the beach.
Why did I choose Alabama?
I wanted to go to the beach, but I didn't want to go too far. So I chose to go to Gulf Shores or kind of like Orange Beach or whatever. It started off cool. Like, we were just doing stuff that was like by our hotel. So like, we went to the beach, ate some snacks. We went to an arcade, rode go-karts. Like, you know, we were just chilling. We were just vibing. It was cool, whatever. Like, I don't know. It was starting to look like a good day. I thought it was about to be lit. Me and my friends, we were at the arcade. We were done riding the go-karts. We were done playing games. We were like, oh yeah, like, where are we gonna go next? Like, what's next? Da, da, da. So we're looking around for things to do next, and we stumble upon this milkshake shop in Alabama. So we go to the Yard. I'll probably insert a picture or something, but they looked really cute, and I thought it would be like kind of a cool thing to do on my birthday. So I was like, oh, and this was my actual birthday. Keep in mind, this was the actual day of my birthday. Not like my birthday weekend. It was literally the day I turned 19. So I was really like, so we get there, we order, and I get my milkshake. And it was really cute. Like, all of them look really cute. So I'm ready. I'm about to dig in. And I taste it. And it just has this really distinct, nasty taste. I'm just like trying to taste it. Like, am I tripping? Is it really this nasty? Whatever. So I'm like, this is not that good. And I told my friends, I had 2 of my other friends with me the whole time. And I'm like, hey, like, taste this. Is this good? Like, is this as nasty as I'm thinking it is? So they taste it, and they're chewing down on their milkshakes. The whole time I'm like, this is disgusting. I'm like, y'all taste mine. Like, this is not good. So they tasted, and it's like, they were like, yeah, like, this is not even good. So I'm like, oh, it's really no big deal. I'll just like get something else, because something is really wrong. It had a taste where it was like, something is wrong here. So I go up there, and I'm as nice as all get out, y'all. Like, I have this like milkshake in my hand. I'm like, hey, you guys, like, this doesn't taste right. Like, can I get something else? You know, I was so nice about it. And the lady turns around and she's like,
No, we're not gonna give you another one. It costs too much to make you another one. So we're not just gonna remake it just because you don't like it.
I didn't say anything because I was kind of, are you ever in shock? It's like, I don't know, I was shocked. Like, wow, that was, what? I slowly walked back to my table, and I'm like, this is so nasty. This is disgusting. And I just have it there, and I'm like, I'm not about to eat it, so like, what can I do about this next? And so then so there were a lot of people working the front counter, and so in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'll call the store, and hopefully I get in touch with somebody that's like in the back of the store. It's like a person that's like the manager or something, or I didn't know. I was like, let me just call somebody else. Let's just see what happens. I call the store, and I'm talking to a person, but it was really loud inside, so I had to go outside. And I'm like, yeah, what were you saying? Sorry, I couldn't hear you, as I was on the phone with this person. Because they were talking to me as I was inside, but I could not hear them, so I walked outside. And I'm like, hey, like, what did you say? Like, did you tell me to bring it back to the counter? Like, what to do? And I don't hear anything on the phone. As a matter of fact, they hang up on me. This location hung up on me. So I'm looking at my phone and I'm just like, these people hung up on me. And so I'll open the door to go back in and I'm walking in, right? And so I look and the whole team behind the counter is staring at me and they are laughing at me. Like, they literally made direct eye contact with me and they were laughing. The whole counter, they looked and laughed at me and then they turned around and started back working. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was feeling some type of way. I was feeling some type of way. Like, what? I was mad. And so I go back after they laugh at me or whatever. I go back to my table and I'm like, y'all, they have to take this back. They have to do something about this now. Like, all of them sitting up here laughing at me. They hang up the phone on me, have an attitude with me. Like, they are about to have to do something about this. And so I went to the cashier, the guy who took our order at first, and I was like, hey, like, I asked if I could get another milkshake. Nobody did anything about it. Somebody actually hung up the phone on me. I'm basically telling him what happened. But at this point, I was ready to just like start acting out. I'm talking about knocking stuff over. I'm talking about acting out. But I looked around and I realized that I was the only black person there. I'm talking about, this place was busy. Almost every table was full. But I was the only black person there. The only other black people I saw were mixed kids. I'm in Alabama and I'm black. They'll probably put me under the jail and not let me out. And that's what I thought. That's why I kept my composure, because I wanted to come back home. I didn't want to be put in jail and I didn't want to conform to the stereotype that people already have as far as black girls are concerned. So I was just like, as furious as I am that this whole team is just a hot mess, I'm not even about to do it. So I'm talking to him about it and he's like, oh yeah, well, my manager said we aren't gonna do anything about it, like da. And so there's a lady behind the counter that's like yelling, like,
oh, I told her we aren't giving her another milkshake just because she doesn't like it, blah, blah, blah.
Like, going off behind the counter. And the guy is like, yeah, like, our manager, he's pointing to the lady that's yelling. So the guy is pointing to the lady that's yelling. And he's like, well, our manager said that we can't give you another one. So it turns out the lady that I asked at first and the lady that's going off, she's the manager. So the guy that's the cashier and is kind of like taking the orders too, he leaves the register and she comes up. So y'all, we get in a full-fledged argument. When I say we get in a full-fledged argument,
bruh.
Me and this lady are going back and forth, right? And she says something. The only thing that I can remember her saying is like, I remember her trying to call me baby. Like, talking down on me. Like I was just a small person. It was so rude, y'all. It was so rude. She's finally like, okay, what do you want me to do about it? And she had denied me a refund so many times that the first thing that came out of my mind was, oh, you can make me another one. I picked another milkshake, but she's behind the counter making it. And I'm like, I don't even want this. She might spit in it because she is ruthless. I don't know. I was like, I don't even want it at this point. I'm gonna let her finish taking her precious time making it, but at this point, I don't even want it. I'm so upset with this place. So we leave out. I left my trash there. I was gonna let them clean it up because these people were so rude that I felt no type of way. Like, they were rude. And so I just left. Like, after she brought the milkshake, I just left. Me and my friends are walking out to my car. And we're walking, we're about to get in the car. and one of the ladies from the milkshake shop walks out. She literally walks out. She has the milkshake that the lady just made for me, and she was like, oh, hey, do you want this? You can take it home. She wasn't being nice, she was being petty. And so I was like, no, you can have it, like da da da. But this lady, she kept walking close to my car. Like she kept walking closer and closer to the car. I thought I was gonna have to fight this lady. I'm not a fighter, okay? In no way am I a fighter. But this lady was getting so close to my car that I thought that I was gonna have to, I thought I was about to have to fight this grown lady. I've never in my life felt like I was gonna have to fight a person in the middle of a parking lot like that. But like, we was really like out here acting out, and that's so not my character, to be like dang near fighting with a person in the middle of the parking lot. It was crazy. We get in the car and we are just shocked. And so they're like, oh, Deja, like, it's fine. Because keep in mind, this was my actual birthday. Like, the actual day of my birthday, the day I turned 19. And so they're like, oh, Deja, like, it's okay. Like, we still have dinner tonight. Like, just don't even worry about them. That was that. She chased us out into the parking lot. I thought we were going to have to fight her. And because of this incident, I have a taser and pepper spray now. Just in case anybody is feeling spectacular, I have a taser and a pepper spray. I'm really considered working on a gun, because you have no reason to be running up to my car like that. You have no reason to be running up on me or anybody that I'm with like that. So I'm just kind of like, okay, whatever. That was crazy, but we still have dinner and we still have different stuff that we can do. My friends and I are waiting for dinner, y'all. Dinner was a mess too. It was far from fun. This trip was far from fun. When we first got there, they sat us in the, it was so hot. Like, it was a restaurant, and then there's like this like screened part. I don't know, but it was like the restaurant that was on the inside, and then kind of like an outdoor part, but it was screened and had a lot of people, but we didn't know that. They tried to sit us like all the way back there, and I was like, no ma'am, no ma'am, like, no ma'am. But they moved us, so it was fine. After we asked for another like seating arrangement or whatever, they just moved us, no problems, no questions asked. So that wasn't a big deal, but it was like, I don't know. We ordered our food, and you know, we were waiting, we were talking, and like this man falls out like in the middle of the floor. So the paramedics pull up, and like, it was really weird. Like, everybody started cheering. You honestly talking about it is one thing, but being there and actually seeing how weird it was so weird. It was so weird. It was just really, it was weird. It wasn't kind of like they do in the movies, like, oh, the paramedics saved the day. It was just really like off. I low-key think that our waiter was like on crack or something. The restaurant we went to is fancy. I guess it was supposed to be like high end. So the way that they give you the water there, it's in like a big kind of like, or a bigger glass, so that you can take it and pour it, and then whoever you are eating with, they can take it and pour it if they want water, you know? So as I'm pouring the water, I noticed my glass is dirty. It had like I don't know, it was nasty. The man, we're like, hey, our glass is dirty, like, or this glass is dirty, can I get another one? And so he takes the glass, but he doesn't pick it up like a cup. He picks it up like this, and he flips it. But like, there was water in it. And so he flips it and water goes everywhere, and everybody's just looking at him like, sir, like, are you okay? Because while, I don't know, but I mean, people make mistakes. I feel like that was a mistakable mistake. We all have moments where, oh, in my head this is gonna be cool, but it's really not once you actually do it, you know? We're waiting, all of this stuff happens. The paramedic pulls up, this waiter is getting water everywhere, and all this is happening, but like it gets to the point we're waiting. We waited an hour and 30 minutes for our food. Like an hour and 30 minutes for our food, bruh. Like we were about to get up and leave. Just when we were about to get up and leave and go get like pizza and call it a night, he brings it out. He brings out our food. And honestly, it really wasn't even good. I think the name of this place was Fin and Fork. My goal was to end my teenage years with a bang, and I guess I did do that, you know? I asked to end my teenage years with a bang, and God was like, you wanna what? You gonna end your teenage years with a what? Bet, like that. So I guess I did kind of, you know, end my teenage years with a bang, but that was a horrible trip. The milkshake shop's name was The Yard, I believe, and the dinner place we went to name was Fin and Fork. That's it, you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you know when I post. I will see y'all on my next video. Bye.
Go share this video with your friends so they don't go and get a bad milkshake or go to a bad restaurant.